Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. I'm MaryAnne and you're watching MaryAnne's Mystic Missions. I'm sorry, I'm looking at the cord that's looking like it's gonna cause an issue, but I think oh, we're good. Okay, thank you for that. Welcome to your Sun Sign Love Connection readings, and today the featured sun sign is going to be Pisces. And we're not quite around the wheel because this month, I mentioned earlier to others, I started with Leo. I did something different at the end of the month. We have two times for sure I go around the astrology wheel, starting usually with Aries to Pisces as the featured sun sign. And then I pick the highlighted connection for the sign of Pisces today in front of you. I've looked from the beginning of the month. These are mid-month readings, and I looked from the beginning of the month and then last mid-month and last beginning. And each of them are earth signs, Pisces. So that's an interesting pattern that's happened there. And it makes sense. Those two elements, earth and water, do very well together. And here you're, what a trip. You are on, it's actually on Leo. And I do believe we had that as the highlighted connection yesterday. So, but you know what? Let me double check something real quick for you. I have to do this. I'm listening to my guides as I speak, but it's okay. We did Capricorn and Leo 2 days ago. This is perfectly fine. But this is the first time for you that you've had that fire, and that's a beautiful connection. We'll go into it. So I'm going to read 3 major category tarot energy readings with the Gilded Tarot for the highlighted connection of Pisces and Leo, and then an individual card message with the same tarot for every other zodiac sign in relation and connection to Pisces in a love connection of any type, right? Just that depth that you want to feel, that beautiful authenticity, which, by the way, when it comes to love and emotion and caring and really deep feelings, it is the Piscean. They really are right up there in the chart. So, you're going to know that when you have them as a friend or a lover, or, they're in your family or a work co-worker. They're just that easier energy. And mind you, there's other elements that I will explain, or personality traits, but we're going to go with this because I've seen this a lot. And I always refer back to my brother, may he rest in peace, who was a Leo and his first girlfriend was a Pisces. And we're still friends. We know each other from 40 plus years. So yeah, beautiful, beautiful energy. So I'm going to shuffle these as I'm going along and talk a little bit about the astrology as well. The most important parts, I think, for you. And then I'm going to end up with your beautiful oracle messages and guidance that come through for you for today. Today's November 20th, 2020. Mid-month reading, like I said, you may feel it instantly, Pisces. You may have already predicted that this was going to be the reading because that's how you are and that's how psychic you can be and intuitive you can be. Or it may take a little while, and that's okay too, right? And then you can always come back next month and kind of compare notes or look at your earlier month reading. Although it was a different highlighted, you still had a message with that particular zodiac sign, and be curious to see if things are still on the same kind of energy level, if they've gone to another level and whatnot. So for those of you that are coming back, thank you so much for your beautiful support and likes and subscribes. And those that are new and might want to, please feel free to do so. I think it's only fair to watch it though first and see if you're going to resonate, right? So I totally understand that. But do me the favor though, if you do like it, to subscribe, because I think a lot of people have way more likes than I do and people watching than subscribers. So I think it's just a matter of just emphasizing it to you, how beautiful and wonderful it is and how YouTube really appreciates it. So I'll move on from there. So yeah, Pisces, the water sign, the 12th sign of the zodiac. They kind of take in everybody's energy, as we all do. This is the sun sign, right? This is the day we're born, the month we're born, and the sun in the position of our first house, which is all about our personality, all about us, our ego, what we want, what we like, who we want to be with, what we strive for, what jobs appeal to us, what we think we want to do as a lifetime. Not necessarily lifetime, I'm sorry. That's more the ascendant, that's the rising. That's the planet directly across from you in the horizon, your blueprint of your natal chart, which you can look up very easily for free. And I think it's really worth your while to do so. especially in connection with others. But anyway, I digress. So Piscean is a water sign, like I said, very, very sensitive, very, very capable of deep emotion, deep feeling. Very influenced by the world around them, the feelings, the energies, the currencies of life, you know, the current. They are a water sign. They represent the two fish going in opposite directions. There's a duality to them, such as there is with the Gemini. And they say even, you know, Libra, because of the scales and the double and the two, and always wanting to find that balance and feeling a little lost in between that balance. The Pisceans are mutable and very adaptable, very capable of change, and usually like change in a lot of ways. You don't see them sticking to one specific thing too terribly long. Of course, this is a general reading. Some that do have maybe predominant earth energy or elements in their charts, or, you know, other variables that would connect with that. But a Piscean is a kind of a free type of soul that likes to go with the flow. And they don't want to be, you know, set or conformed. And when they do that, they do it well. They can be the head of their class. They can be the head of anything they do, because let me tell you, for their kind of nonchalant kind of energy that a lot of them, you know, tend to give out, very, very hardworking, very intelligent. They are very, almost perfectionists in what they do. So they will excel in anything they put their mind to. But I think their main claim to fame is their amazing ability to be so creative and artistic, and that brings in that sensitivity as well. They need time to relax and retreat from the world, you know, being known very commonly as empathic people who, like I said, take on your feelings, your pain, the injustices in the world. It's devastating for Pisces. You know, they want to see everything in a beautiful light with love surrounding, you know, all of us, and it's not an impossibility, but it's something that they know internally is going to take time, always will take time, even in their own personal individual relationships. If there's discord, it's very, very important to them to work through that, and they will do whatever they can, and they will put themselves first on a regular basis. So a lot of times that can be taken advantage of. They need to be strong. They have a part of their personality that definitely wants to escape that harshness in the world. They're ruled by Neptune. Neptune is all about the hidden fantasy, kind of romantic, illusionary, you know, aspects of our life. And actually, I mentioned before, Neptune has been in retrograde in Pisces for some time. It's now going to go straight, it'll go retrograde, it'll station forward on the 28th, which is, you know, what is that, next weekend, I believe? So a lot of the guided, kind of foggy, unclear aspects that Neptune represents are going to start to clear up, and the focus will be clear. There'll be more vision than even normal for a Piscean. So watch out, because when they tune in, boy, they really have an amazing capability of just knowing that things are coming along or not, and what's happening in the world at large. If any Pisces, certainly water signs in general, but if you get a hunch from a Pisces, listen to it, take heed, is what I always say. You know, they're known as the old soul. They know all about the life and death aspects of life, the regeneration, the constant, like I said, cycles. Very strong with them. But you'll never find a more caring and sensitive, loving, devoted friend, really. Now, some of you I know, because as soon as I say it, I'm thinking, okay, you're going to say, whoa, I don't know who you saw, but I met one that was really moody and really harsh at times, and that's true as well. You can meet all different types of Pisceans, but it's only because they're so affected by what they're feeling that it affects them in a way that makes them moody and you know, just not even know how to really deal with it at times, to be honest. You know, they need to stop and be with themselves and regain this beautiful, loving energy that's important to them and everyone else around them. And also, like I said, they can stand their own. They're great at their own businesses, entrepreneurial aspects. But in regards to love and connections and everything, that's everything. They love. They love to cater to the ones they love. And that's where Leo comes in now. So these are incredibly oppositional signs and elements, which is the water and the fire. But like I say all the time, it is one of the most passionate and drama kind of, volatile at times, sometimes, relationships, because you have water and fire, and that creates steam, and it creates boiling sometimes, right? Because it goes too much. You got to keep that temperance there, that alchemy you can do. When it comes to love, you can conquer and achieve and grow together as much or as little as you choose to, right? And that has a lot to do with so many things in our life. So as a general reading, I'm just letting you know that these two signs and elements are very, very commonly attracted to each other. And for good reason, they have a lot to offer each other. You've got the fiery, ambitious, beautiful Leo confidence that's attractive and very magnetizing a lot of times, they are very creative and artistic in their own right, and that's always appealing to an artistic person, right? To have somebody that has those interests, whether it be theater or arts of any kind, but music, interest, all of those things kind of intertwine when it comes to the artistic world. But Leos, love to be in charge. They want it, what they say goes, basically. They're a fixed sign, not a mutable sign, so that has to be known and established. And by the way, a lot of these Pisceans, they go with it. Not every sign is going to take on with that and really like it on a regular, long-term basis, maybe romantically, but a Piscean is one of those signs that can absolutely adapt to that. They kind of let it just run off them like water, They know it'll be over quick. They know how much love and heart and passion Leos have. And Leos are very much interested in doing things the best they can because it affects them. It's a reflection of them. And my gosh, that ego being ruled by the sun is not going to be tainted by doing it halfway, right? And when they love you, when Leos love, regardless of what type of love, they will put you front and center stage. And I say stage because the whole world is a stage to them. Everything is big and grandiose and extravagant, and their generosity is beautiful, sometimes to a fault, but you both really, really gravitate and really add to each other's life in many beautiful, harmonious ways. So I want to continue now with your beautiful messages that will be in the three major categories. I'll explain to you as we go along. And the first one is always the overall energy for the two of you, the catalyst leading you to this reading for today. And like I said, this could last through the end of the month. You may not resonate at all, but hang in there. Give it some time. Astrology-wise, as I lay the cards out, we have the season of Scorpio is almost at an end. It will end tomorrow when it then enters into fiery, passionate Sagittarius, which is very, very harmonizing with all fire signs, and then many people in general, but definitely the other fire signs. And having had the season of Scorpio for the last month, that's been very, very beautiful and harmonizing for Pisceans as a fellow water sign, as well as that new moon that really sparked some definite interest in change and initiations and beginnings, whether it be in this relationship or whatever it is for the Pisceans. So you may know exactly what I'm speaking of. I am an air sign with a Pisces rising. So in my life, if I might just interject, I have found in the last month alone, from my birthday till now, the most amazing, unexpected expenditures have come into my life. And some of them make sense. I have a car since 2001 now. I mean, it's just, actually I got it, it is a 2001, I got it in 2004. So you know where I'm going, it's old, it needs to be taken care of. And then bam, of all times, right? Just going back to work, being threatened to maybe close down again, this massive amount of money has to be put towards that. And then a refrigerator that completely died. My phone with my upgrades, or my uploads, excuse me. It's just these things that you just, at first, as a Piscean, I'm sensitive and I'm thinking and I think, and you instantly feel like, oh my gosh, urgent, I have to do it now. I have to come up with the money now. Not the case. You need to stop, truly deeply breathe and do that beautiful thing you do, Pisces, where you just kind of allow co-creation to take place. Ask for some guidance, ask for some answers, and know this moment is good and this next moment is good, and things will come up and things will open up, and that's what has to happen. And I already feel better in sharing that because that's what I did and I'm doing. And things will always work out because they always, always do. But do allow that, you know, and open up to that. And then with the new season of Sagittarius, that's on, you know, and also the beautiful partial lunar eclipse in Gemini is going to be very, very, very helpful for many people in transitioning. And I'm telling you, eclipses bring things in instantly, take things out. But it's about communication. It's about connecting, you know, in ways that we can, of course, that are safe and what have you. But it has a lot to do with, I think, technology specifically, especially with all of the major planets moving into Aquarius starting next month, which is science, it's Uranus, it's invention, it's innovation, it's beautiful. So all of those things are going to be helpful for all of us in a lot of ways, some more than others, because it just is a trine, as they call it, a simpler energy that works with us, not as challenging. But I'm going to read you these beautiful messages. They are all absolutely gorgeous, and I'm seeing repeats, especially for the second one, but let me tell you what those are. So for the beautiful highlighted connections of Leo and Pisces for today, we have the first card is the Chariot. So there you go. That is success. That is mastering not only your work, your creative projects, your relationships, but yourself, and feeling in tune, feeling on top of your game, having complete trust in, like I said, the guidance within and without. You know, traveling is a concern. Oh my gosh. It could have to do with the car or the need of a new one. I raised my hand on that. I just expressed that. So be careful if you're traveling, you know, make sure that everything is tuned up and doing okay, and get a couple of opinions if it's not, you know, there's always answers, right? But definitely movement, you know, just like so long of stalling. And the actual symbolism card in Tarot for the Piscean is the Hangman, because it's a time of stopping, and it's a time of introspection, and it's a time of relying and believing in our incredible intuitive higher power knowledge we have, and just seeing things at a different perspective and relaxing into it and allowing. You know, let go and let God, I guess, is a great expression for that. But this is absolutely gorgeous. So something's moving in your lives. Maybe you're literally moving together, moving in together, you know, moving to a better place, feeling extremely happy and successful in the process. I love it. And the symbolism of the Chariot is also the sign of Cancer, which is also a water sign. So yeah, just a lot of emotion, a lot of happiness, a lot of fulfillment and passion. So I love that. So then the next category is the category of possible blessings or obstacles. And you have the Six of Wands. So there you are again, a second time, victorious. Gone through the challenges, gone through the fiery emotional things, gone through the active, tireless, you know, emotion and physicality that you needed to do. Maybe feeling less than, you know, not feeling the top of your game, not feeling as healthy, not feeling structurally like your bones hurt a little more, you're feeling like you just haven't had that energy. Well, Mars had been retrograde in Aries for 2 months. It's going to be in Aries, the planet that's exalted in Aries. Mars is the ruling planet. That'll be still in Aries, the fiery, passionate fellow sign of Leo, through January 6th. So it finally stationed forward last Friday. So it's slowly gaining, and you're feeling that, and you're feeling extremely happy about that. You're feeling motivated. You're feeling optimistic. You're feeling like you've got support from everybody in some way. As long as you ask for help and you need it, it will come. Don't be too proud. Don't feel like, you know, you have to do everything alone, is what this says as well, because people want to help you. They support you and love you, and you're successful, and you're just as happy as you can be about where you are at this moment. That's a blessing. I don't see as an obstacle, but you know, this is a general reading. You have other, you know, maybe instances I'm not bringing up. And last but not least, your third and final category is of finances. You know, something that's important to every single person living on this planet. You know, spiritual or not, we have to have that tangible physical currency, which is, like I said, very common and understood by Pisceans. You know, Pisceans get that too. They understand that it is an energy. And when they believe that it comes, because it's unlimited, when you look up at the vast, incredible universe, or the sea, or the ocean, which is probably more prominently thought of with the Piscean, it's just, there's no end. So that's how they feel about anything materialistic, and they allow that in. They open up to that, and that's what they get. And here you have the Two of Wands, the fiery, passionate energy to succeed, to see ahead clearly, to let go of what's happened. You cannot necessarily expect to receive something that you truly want in a place right now that it's not occurring. And this is a beautiful lesson that I learned from so long ago, and such beautiful, wonderful teachers of Abraham Hicks. Check them out. You know, they've been around for a long time, but they have such prophetic, beautiful information, and that's what they do. They guide us to remind us of what we are capable of, energetically in particular. So it's seeing that, and it's like if you have two possibilities, you may take them both. As a Piscean, I wouldn't doubt it at all. I know for a fact I've always had more than one job, something to do, something that's encouraging me and inspiring me and bringing out the love of life in me and then others, right? The two of you have great aspirations. You know, you may have had to waited for it, and now it's time to start really focusing on what it is you want, especially with that beautiful new moon and the eclipse, which is all about the transformation and change. So it's beautiful. You have two possible options, like I said, but the two of you together will make it work, and you'll stay strong through thick and thin, in and out, right? From your toes to your nose, filled with love. So those are your readings for the highlighted, and I'm going to read an individual message, like I said. I do have 2 clients afterwards, so I got some time here, and I'll make sure that the messages come through for you. Now, the next category, as we go right across, just around clockwise, will be Cancer and Pisces, which I love. Remember, you did have that first highlighted message as the Chariot, which is Cancer, right? It's that movement, that ability to understand what it is you need to do to achieve what it is you know you can achieve, that mastering. The two of you have incredibly synchronistic energies, with both being water signs, both having sensitivity and the ability to sense and feel deeply things around you, and trusting and knowing your intuition is never going to leave you astray. You have great, I would say, guidance and downloads from the universe on a regular basis. Psychic abilities, prophetic dreams come to mind. Cancer is ruled by the moon, so they're affected on a regular basis because the moon has the different phases always, you know, and even when you can't see the new moon or the full moon because of a cloud, it's still very, very prominent, and the energies are still very, very active in us, and particularly water signs. Now, the Cancers are a cardinal sign. They initiate the month, this season of spring, summer. Aries represent as a cardinal sign the season of spring. So yeah, we had a beautiful eclipse in Cancer the first day of summer, and their, started their season this year. That was very, very, very strong, and I know it made a huge change, which you're probably still feeling now, because that was June and we're approaching December. And what occurs during eclipses can last 6 months to a year. And here we are in the next, season of, or series, I should say, of eclipses that change from Capricorn, Cancer to Gemini, Sagittarius. Different houses, different effects, different ways to help us, to guide us. So all of these things are being felt, and they're very, very helpful and useful. And for both of you being water signs during Scorpio season, there's been an easier kind of flow. There's been definitely love in the mix, and the two of you make great partnerships and lovers and friends, and you care deeply about others, and you're both creative. I would say that very strongly. Cancer loves their families, and they want to take care and nurture everyone as though they're their family. They keep them close to their bosom. You know, they're known, their body part in astrology for Cancer is the breast, so they can feed and nurture those around them. It's beautiful. Your message is the moon. Is that the moon? I'm so sorry. Yeah, here the glasses are right here, and that's how bad it's been. And I know why, but it's the star. It's amazing. You're ruled by the moon, but the star is just it's a major arcana. It's self-explanatory. It's believing and focusing on your dreams, reaching for the stars and knowing with everything that you have, every morsel of your bone and body and cell, that you will create and eventually have what it is you want. And I say eventually because time is it's not linear in the spirit world. Whenever you watch these messages are perfectly fine, you know, and it's going to have the same effect. The messages still are just as potent and as loving as ever. But the star and the two of you having wishes and believing and manifesting them, you know how to do it because you feel them into your reality, which is part of what the beautiful oracle messages that I read at the end. Keep it going, boy. Never lose that faith. Know, and I know you do know, with this innate ability to understand the mysterious aspects of life, the things we can't see, but cyclically have happened throughout millions of years, right? Holding strong, and that's a beautiful, beautiful indication of your relationship and what can happen for you. I love that for you. That's gorgeous. Actually, you know what? That star hasn't come out in the last 2 or 3 readings, so that says something very special to me for you. And then we have the beautiful Gemini and Pisces. I see this a lot. You both, once again, you have that duality. You both, you know, mutable signs. The Gemini is an air sign, so it's very much focused on the mind, the thoughts, the communication, and you on the feelings, the emotions, the, you know, the depths. And that works really well. You can very much complement each other, you know, and you do. And I see these friendships and these relationships happening all the time with these two signs. And also, Gemini is ruled by Mercury, so that's very much the mind, once again, commerce, communication, connecting. You know, that's so important to Geminis. And they want fairness and truth and justice, and they want to speak about it and profess it, and they want to teach it, and they want to help others, and they're quick to think and come up and learn, and they have great wit and fun, useful energy about them. Pretty quick, like I said, though, you know, so changing, you know, one moment to the next, keeping up sometimes can be a little difficult for the average person, but they will keep you interested. It will never be boring. And they have great love, and they love, you know, keeping good friends and relationships. And you have the Knight of Cups. So there you go. There's that love. There's that emotion. There's that connection. There's messages about love, about heart, about real feelings. Now, they always say the air signs are detached. They really prefer to kind of, you know, stay away from those emotions so they can think clearer, supposedly. But believe me, they have them. I've seen many air signs that will cry at the drop of a hat. But not everyone sees that. They just have to be more, you know, structured in their thinking, and they need to, you know, be logical and so forth. But yeah, they have great caring as well. So the two of you just are beautiful together. So you have this information that, yeah, you can create together. You can, the messages is to continue to do so, and to use and to be vulnerable with your feelings and emotion, because when you're open, things come in, right? Not to block those beautiful feelings, and to enjoy each other, you know, as much as you can, because every moment is a blessing in my mind, you know. Who knows what's coming up? That's gorgeous. So then you have Taurus and Pisces, which I love, because that is that earth and water that really, really works together. And as I said at the beginning, Pisces, you've had a lot of readings with Earth, so there must be a lot of connections, in addition to the fact, forgive me, that most of the primary planets, the important outer planets, but very important to us in our life, in our structures, in Saturn, Pluto, Jupiter, have been in Capricorn. So a lot of Earth energy, and it works well. It works, it works in harmony with water signs. You know, you figure water helps to moisten the earth if it gets too hard and stuck, right? And it helps to grow and plant the seeds for the future and to nurture it, right? Those are beautiful, beautiful ways to describe this kind of connection. Down to earth, reliable, resourceful, a fixed sign, you know, very stubborn and determined is what I like to say rather than stubborn. That's what you'll find in a Capricorn, a Taurus, or any sign that's a earth sign like Capricorn and Virgo. And that helps you a lot. You know, you need to feel that anchor sometimes. Sometimes it's hard to be anywhere but in the spiritual world, you know, and I can speak from first-handedly. You know, I'm always thinking about the things that people don't normally see, and I'm always feeling certain things. But I have one planet in Virgo, which does, it's Pluto, for heaven's sake. It's the transformational planet. It's the one that makes us so hard on ourselves and such perfectionists, you know. So, you know, but it's wanting to change for the better and to help others in the process and to teach that. Hence why I think I do this channel and have been doing tarot for over 30 years. This is gorgeous. This is love. Taurus is ruled by Venus. Venus happens to be in Libra, but it does go into Scorpio tomorrow. So that's going to be beautiful for all water signs and all signs, because it's about that truth and that density and that depth and that intensity of feeling. You know, there's nothing quite like that. It's beautiful. So your message is the Two of Wands. So it came up a second time. Oh, I'm sorry. How could that be? I'm like, this isn't like a card game. Three of Wands. Let me stick these right here. Sorry. Whew. Yeah. I think yesterday I didn't want to see what was going on, so it's still affecting me. It's getting clearer though. Three of Wands is amazing. It is growth. It is prosperity. It is absolutely seeing your ships coming in, you know? I mean, once again, the fired up energy that's really coming through for a lot of us, because there's no more retrogrades, especially with Neptune going forward. That's it. We've had so many retrogrades. We've had a huge retrograde season in June and July. We had to stop and reset this year. And I'm not saying that on a negative. I think it's essential we do that. It was longer than I would have imagined, but it was helpful in so many ways. And I'm an optimistic person, and I always will be. And by the way, you know, Piscean more modernly is ruled by Neptune, but they have always been definitely in sidereal, you know, astrology, which is different than the tropical that I'm reading to you now and expressing to you, is definitely still noting Piscean as having Jupiter as their ruling planet. That's all about optimism, all about believing, luck, opportunities, expansion of ideas and mind and thought, and wholehearted emotional love. So the two of you have some really beautiful things that are coming up, and you've been working on them, and you're just growing, and it's getting better and better. And I see other people in the mix too, and there's threes. So there's, you know, there's cooperation. And then there's that beautiful bird, the dove, the peace. Almost tranquil feeling, you know, because it's just a long time coming, but you never gave up. So that is beautiful. And I will definitely say that the thing about the Taurus is they're in for the long haul. They're going to be there for you. They're going to support you, and they're going to love you deeply. And you will as well, Pisces. Then we have Aries and Pisces. See this so often? Right next to each other, right? So you kind of osmosisly feel, through osmosis almost, you just feel each other's energy and understand each other right off the bat, but totally different. There's that water and fire, right? That beautiful tension and difference, but attraction and just beautiful, fiery, passionate kind of love and friendships and ideas can come to the forefront. Aries has had Mars now moving forward in their sign, so it's all about that fiery motion, and Aries just goes full tilt. They don't hesitate. They don't think about it, and then they do later sometimes and wish they had. But they're all about optimism, all about moving forward, all about action. First sign of the zodiac, innate innovators. They're the cardinal sign. They initiate spring. I made a mistake with, you know, Cancer. They initiate spring. So everything with them is one. So they're one. They're the leader. They're the starters. They're the beginning. They are confident and strong and very loving. And they will absolutely take care of everyone and anyone they can to the best of their ability. And so your message is Six of Swords. I love it. This is the air. This is the communications, you know, the ability to talk and to connect, you know, in the right ways. And that's been really difficult for a lot of people this year. And it still has had, it's having some continued issues with conflicting communications. And that's stopping. This is all about moving into smoother waters. Only listening to things that make you feel good. Deciphering what that is, being discerning about what you believe, what you don't believe, using that beautiful intuition, like I said. And, you know, just really going forward with more optimism, truth, justice, fairness, equilibrium, you know, compromise, all the beautiful things that the air elements have and create in personality-wise that you may have in your own charts, you know. Beautiful to hear, right? I think we all want to take a deep breath on that one. So then we go on to Aquarius and Pisces, another beautiful on the other side of you, right? Right next to you in the zodiac wheel. Air, once again. All the major planets are going into Aquarius, you know, starting on the 17th of December. It's on, you know, it's a whole new time. It's a whole new feel. It's a whole new transformational time for the world, right? And it's about moving forward in a communicative way to be able to communicate with all people, not just some, not just a certain percentage, and fighting for the causes that are going to help everybody and to make things fair and to make it more just and to speak out and be proud and heard, right? That freedom seeking, that innovative aspect that Aquarius has because they're ruled by Uranus. They're a fixed sign, very set in their opinions and their ideas. Determination, once again, comes to mind. They want to help everybody and they want to make sure that life is being taken care of in a fair way. They love to be leaders. They don't want to necessarily do the nitty-gritty. They'll delegate that to somebody, but they'll come up with that incredible idea. And that will be a global, notable, you know, change for the better. You know, forward movement is always what I associate. And kind-hearted, loving, truthful, mind, thought-provoking, you know, innovative, yeah, energy. So the two of you can just really contemplate on ways that you can work together that way. I always say this because it always means, especially with these two combined, the Pisces and Aquarius, it's about nonprofit organizations. It's about raising money for those that are less fortunate. It is about, you know, these philanthropic, you know what I'm saying, ideas and organizations that really make a difference. You know, water for the ones that can't afford it in other countries. All these beautiful, beautiful, loving, intentional things that are going to be really seen a lot more in the years to come. And your message is the Four of Pentacles. Okay, so this is what I just explained to you, and the efforts and the initial intentions that are coming through with this beautiful new era of Aquarius and air elements coming through. It's about really holding on tight to your dreams and your desires and even your financial status right now, because it isn't a time to go too crazy or be too extravagant with what's happening right now in front of us in the world. Being smart, being practical, that still is that energy with a lot of the planets still in Capricorn, that earthly, grounded, sensible, you know, money-minded, you know, energy and influence. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful thing. It also can mean you're kind of keeping your relationships kind of together and just almost possessive, you know. I don't really see either of you as a possessive sign, but right now you're just like, this is enough for right now, and I want to embrace it and really feel the love and the joy that I'm feeling from this, because that's what this year has done as well. It's really made us realize what's really important, you know, and it's not about having extra, it's about having enough. And that's where you're kind of focused on. And you do have enough. And that'll be that way as long as you're sensible. And together you both can create that. And then you have Capricorn and Pisces. And everything I said, everything, all the signs have been in Capricorn. Not all the signs, excuse me. A lot of the planets have been in Capricorn. And it is their special year with Jupiter in their sign, which happens every 12 years for each of us. So we have to wait. It doesn't happen many times in a lifetime, but when it does, I'll tell you, it makes changes that will last a lifetime. And the next 12 years, certainly onward. It's about luck and opportunities and expansion. And let me tell you what, Capricorn is an earth sign that's so incredibly steadfast and hardworking, ruled by Saturn, also in their sign right now. Just nonstop, you know, what do I need to do? How can I get better? How can I be successful? What does it take? And how long do I have to do it? Because I'm patient. And, you know, Saturn rules time. And time is a very precious commodity for many of us, especially when you get older. How do you utilize it? And with Scorpio in the mix, you know, being in Scorpio season, Venus coming into Scorpio, which is money and beautiful things and harmony and love and all the great things that Venus can bring is really coming to the forefront now. And you've got, what, till Christmas to really utilize this together. So the two of you can be very helpful, but also, I don't know, you can create so much. What is it you want to create? That's the question. What does your message say? The Nine of Cups, complete wishes fulfilled. Such passion, such emotion, such love, such fulfillment. I don't know what else to say. This is a gorgeous, gorgeous message for you. I love it when it pops up, and this was the one. And it really makes sense. Like I said, it goes back to all of the earth elements are really strong with you right now, Pisces. So I don't know what that is for you individually, but on a general sense, yeah, you've had a lot of grounded feelings, a lot of people around you wanting to help you and grind you. Excuse me. Whew, that's a whole different video. Ground you. Because like I said, information's coming in fast and furious, right? And it's becoming more clear and more evident that changes are necessary. They have to, you know, old out with the old, in with the new. So to have that help and to ask and to know that it's there is a beautiful thing. So yeah, whatever it is you're wanting, and especially on an emotional level, is there, and it's beautiful. I'm happy for you. Pisces and Sagittarius, beautiful. Sagittarius also ruled by Jupiter. So there's that beautiful optimism you feel, the energy, the power, the motivation, the drive, the fire, you know. That's that beautiful tension and passion that comes just instantly with the two of you. You ignite each other, you know, you spur each other on, and it's gorgeous. And, you know, Sagittarius is a mutable sign like you are, so the two of you can just travel and do all sorts of things, and believe me, travel will be in the picture. I always say that. Sagittarius love to travel all over the world if they can. Right now, not so much, but, you know, they're interested in foreign learning and higher education, higher learning, spiritual things, esoteric things, things that are not a common interest they can excel in and become very, very good at, which I love and I'm fascinated with. But they're just fun and they're freedom seeking, and they love that. And you know what? You like that freedom too. You know, you need that time for yourself. You love being alone at time. You love that quiet time to rejuvenate yourself, like I said. So this is a gorgeous combination, and I know some good energies can come from this. There you go, the Magician. Anything you want. You have all the tools for the relationship, for future endeavors, for manifestations of all types, right? We all have this in us, but you two are really, really invoking in each other this incredible energy and Jupiterian type of feeling that's taken you places that you're not even going to believe. And I love that. That's happy, that's joyful, it's love, it's all of the above. Mastering anything you put your mind to. And then Scorpio and Pisces, well, that's a gorgeous, beautiful, and you know, it can be, well, Scorpio is water sign. We're in Scorpio season. We have been. I think they've been celebrating. I think they've been feeling better. You know, they tend to be a little darker at times, a little more intense because they're deep. They go deep, you know, as far as the water signs. They are the transformational sign. They want truth. They want to bring it out, and it's not always pretty, so that they can then restore, renew, reinvent. You know, the phoenix rising from the ashes, I always say. They're all about that. They They understand the currents like you do of life, the reality of life and death. That is every bit as important. Life and death are one, you know, they aren't separate. That's what happens when we're born. But utilizing and really taking on the opportunity to better themselves and the other people around them during this lifetime, which is a short time, you know, in perspective of all things. Moving on to other lives, of course, if you believe in that, but, you know, energy just changing, never dying. So yeah, there's a beautiful connection here. There's a possessiveness where they really don't want to share you so much. When it comes to love, they are deep. They are very much out there, you know. They say what they think and they think what they say, and they just are very powerful and mysterious and magnetic and very sensitive in their own right, right? That's what it really comes from. So you pick up on that, Piscean. You know that. You both are water. You both feel things without things being said. You both are very deep and emotional. And you have the Queen of Cups. So there you are. There's that beautiful watery energy that just the Queen is the maternal, right? The nurturing side of us, the side that wants to really just embrace this ability to love wholeheartedly. Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces. There you are in your element, feeling strong, feeling good, wanting to give and receive, right? Oh, I love it. It feels so beautiful, especially, like I said, with Venus going into Scorpio. Good stuff, boy. Good. And that'll be for a month. And, you know, whatever. You can let me know if you would. Because if you haven't subscribed, like I said, I would love you to. Just so you can communicate, if nothing else. A like up is also really helpful and very much appreciated. Pisces and Libra. I love it. I'm a Libra. I have many Piscean friends and long-term friends. You know, we just love to talk and you know, compare life's philosophies. You know, just love is always one of the main important topics for us, you know, whatever it may be in our lives. Self-love is included in that. Reminding of ourselves that we have to have that. The scales are, you know, the Libra, the balance, always wanting to react and to add to relationships, to understand the importance of compromise and fairness and justice and hearing other people's points of view, you know, listening and hearing. Great conversations, mind, thought, communication is key. Libra is also the air sign, ruled by Venus. So they've had, you know, they had Venus in their sign up until tomorrow. So today it's still happening. So something good can really be happening with you. Maybe you're just going that next level. You're allowing yourself to feel, regardless if you're an air sign, and you have death. So whatever has been is not going to be. It's the time for the change and the transformation, which as I speak to you, this is representative of the sign of Scorpio. We had the new moon in Scorpio, so something was transpiring at that new moon last week. That's allowing you to let go. And it's not always easy, I know that, and it doesn't have to be figuratively like you have lost somebody, but you may have this year in particular. My heart goes out to everybody. I know what it's like to lose someone you love, and you never actually lose them, but you can't see them. So it's a time where we need to just allow ourselves, whatever it is we need to do to grieve and get through it. But this, to me, metaphorically, is about the change we need in our lives in general, the transformation that has to take place to better ourselves, to feel better, to have new energy, to have new ideas, to have new inspirations, you know, letting go of things that just don't work. And I've done that so much this year, and I feel like a lot of Pisceans have. And together you're just making sure that you support each other in this process. And maybe it's about time that you too work together, you know. You've let go of other stuff. Maybe you're the new connection. Maybe you're the newness that's coming through. I don't know, but I love this because we all change through our lifetime. And sometimes it's some of the best changes we could ever make. And then we have beautiful Virgo and Pisces. And that's actually a polar opposite, right? You're right across. You've got 6 astrology signs on one side and 6 on the other, but it's a beautiful, magnetizing, harmonious, complementary energy. Time and time again, I see these relationships, this connection, this, kind of a soul, almost faded thing that happens when it's the polar opposite. You know, there's such opposition that it's so attractive, and, you know, opposites attract. And Virgo's the earth. Virgo grounds you. Virgo's incredibly intelligent. They're a mutable sign like you. They love adapting and you know, working through and being flexible. They certainly love learning and educating themselves and others and helping others. And that's what you do too. See where there's this beautiful synchronicity? So, you know what I mean by that word. The Virgo, once again, is about the ground. It's about earth. It's about nature. It's about steadfast, you know, routine, practicality, you know, finances, you know, being careful, being conservative at times, a lot of times, more reserved, you know, but every bit as loving, every bit as caring, ruled by Mercury. So the mind, once again, the idea of communication, connection, information comes very strongly. And with this beautiful eclipse in Gemini, that's personified, because Gemini is ruled by Mercury also. So something really important, perhaps in a business sense between the two of you. Certainly in a relationship, you know, there's some words that are going to be spoken and that are going to make things better and clear and more concise. That's important to a Virgo. They're very organized, and they will help you with that, Pisces. Because I don't know that that's your strong suit. It could be, but why bother if you've got somebody who loves you and who's going to help you? Let them do their thing. You have other things to add to the mix. Your beautiful message is the Ace of Swords. So there you are. There's that incredible strength in words and communication, the beginning of something amazing as far as the ability to speak, maybe write. Maybe you're writing something together. Maybe starting a YouTube channel, something having to do with, you know, social media comes into mind. Truth, justice, fairness, all of that starting through. This is the effects of the Gemini eclipse. It's going to be powerful. It's going to be helpful for all of us. We need this. And there it is, just in all its glory, you know, showing, yes, let's do it. Let's put an end to other things, Pisces, and let's start going this way. And this is gorgeous. There's absolutely beautiful, wonderful connection messages this month, mid-month. And I know it'll continue, because if you keep that in your heart and you believe it, that's what exactly will occur for you. And so now I'm going to read you two beautiful oracle messages. And the first one is the beautiful Psychic Tarot of the Heart by John Holland, which I love. And it's just letting you know things you probably already know, but reminding you, bringing you love and upliftment and wisdom and peace, all the beautiful things that love can bring. For all the very special, sensitive, and caring Pisceans in the world, and all of your connections. And you have the beautiful, oh, wow. You know, the thing I didn't mention is that there are a lot of healers when you are a Piscean, and in all different realms, you know, from massage to Reiki to the various different, you know, ways of going about it. But the message you got is heal. So it can be for yourself. It can be obviously for others, which you're very good at. You have that beautiful ability to share that internal understanding of healing that comes from within, and the touch that you have, the way that you express yourself, just your energy in general can be very healing. And 17 is 8, so that's very abundant when it comes to this. You may have not been well and you are healing. You may be around others that have not been well and you are helping them to heal in some way. But I absolutely love this, and this is what this year has been. We need to heal, and we'll continue to heal. We're all doing so well, those that have been hanging in here, and we have one more month to go before the end of the year, and we're only going to see more and more improvements. And I believe that with everything that I feel and everything that I am. So the actual message in the book is under 17, absolutely one of my favorite numbers. I believe 8 is my life path number as well. Keywords: forgive, offer, receive, serenity, hope, inspiration. A peaceful healing energy surrounds you right now. This is ideal time to bring healing to your relationships and realize your hopes and dreams. This card could be presenting itself to ask you, isn't it time for forgiveness? Huh, I hadn't thought of that. Understand that no human being can ever be perfect. Well, that's for sure. By accepting this, you're in a position to forgive yourself and those with whom you're involved. Key, right? Forgive freely and without reservations, as blame and resentment are heavy weights to bear, aren't they ever? By forgiving, you feel a weight has been lifted. Is that what it says? Yeah. Has been lifted from your shoulders and become enveloped by deep serenity. You also give the gift of serenity to the other person. That makes perfect sense. Forgiveness is such a beautiful thing because you literally feel this light, like they say, energy lift from you, and yeah, it's a beautiful, beautiful thing to do. I offer and accept healing in my relationships, and I am at peace. And guess what? This is interesting. The traditional tarot archetype is the star. That was your first beautiful message and connection with that beautiful Cancer. So very beautiful, synchronistic. I'm so grateful to be able to do these readings for you. That's a healing for me, more than I can even express to you. But it'll continue. That I promise. The last message is super attractor manifestation message. The way you can feel, as you do so very well, Pisces, everything that you want into your existence, into your world. You know, manifestation is key, and you're very good at this. And be careful what you want, because it will occur. And that's a real truthful statement. You know, just be very aware of how you word what it is you want, because it's a very, very potent time for manifestations. So we have the beautiful message of it's good to feel good. And there's that green heart chakra, which is what you are, right, Pisces? So take this, believe it, say it all through the day. I'm sure you already do, but you know, it couldn't hurt. And it does. It feels good to feel good, right? No matter what that is, everyone has an individual realization of that. But I think overall, the message is clear. So thank you so much for being here. I'm off to my job, and I love and appreciate you so much. Take really good care. Find the beauty and joy in all of your relationships. And until next time, bye for now.